Howdy y'all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode, we headed to the very southern tip of South America to basically help with the expedition to the Arctic aboard the RV Belgica. Although we didn't rake much money in that particular mission, I'm hoping that our next mission, which is in today's episode, will basically change that, as our next mission is San Paulo. So let's head to the campaign and see what that mission entails.
Mankind is constantly creating amazing new inventions. Get involved.
In 1919,
After the abolition of slavery in Brazil, millions of Italian immigrants traveled to the New World to work at the coffee plantations.
So short, sweet, and to the point, our mission is to basically help people living in Italy travel to the country of Brazil to basically help with the coffee plantations. It's going to be from 1865 to 1905, the longest mission we have so far for 40 years. Our bonus tasks are well locked, and basically with everything all set and done, let's begin this mission. Naples, Italy. The economic crisis has led poverty and hunger among local farmers. Many of them emigrate, looking for a better place. In the New World. As a result of the recent abolition of slavery, Brazil is desperately looking for new plantation workers. A transport network is needed to facilitate the flows of immigrants and crops. An enormous challenge in this tropical, mountainous terrain.
The Old World and the New World are about 6,000 miles apart. An Italian shipping line connects both worlds. Build a local transport network on both sides of the Atlantic Ocean, and connect the ports of Naples and Santos to the inland.
But before we do that, this is going to be basically the largest map that we have ever played on. As you can see, we're not only operating in Italy, but we're also operating in, well, Brazil. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of industries and towns. But, however, though, we only have a limited amount of money. So, let's head back to Italy, and I'll be right back as I will be installing the mods for this particular mission. And we're back. Now with the mods installed, let's get started with the mission.
The recently unified Italy suffers an economic crisis. Many people are poor and hungry, and especially the southern part of Italy remains underdeveloped. You are asked to provide reliable food transport in the region, starting by transporting food to the capital.
And what about in Sao Paulo?
The population of Sao Paulo grows and the economy is booming. Thousands of immigrants arrive to work at the plantations. Provide the capital with enough food.
So for now, we're just going to take care of food deliveries. However, before we get started on that, it's best if we get started with our railway operations here in Italy. I'll be using the Italian track mod for this, because it looks good both in Italy and abroad. But you might also notice, track for cable railway. This is going to be important for later. As you can see, the track can go up quite high. But again, we'll see that in just a moment. I also have these Italian passenger stations, which are going to be used in Italy. Now let's see. Napoli, Solni, Verissa, Caserta, Torre di Greggio, Pompei, and Sorrento. So there's a bunch of towns that we can connect to. I want to at least be sure to have a nice mixed train instead of local trains here. Because of the small layout of the land, I think I'm just going to build a small passenger station at 240 meters. And also replace the station with something a little more modern by using this large main building instead. It will have a small waiting room. And it's not close to the road. And adding this as a signal tower. And I'm out of money. Surprise, surprise, because, I mean, why do I have to start off with like 1 million credits? It doesn't make sense. We're also just going to call this Worldwide Transport. Again, for the previous mission, because we're working both in Brazil and in Italy. Let me see. Okay. Well, I think I should just leave the underpasses. Oh, darn. I should have basically kept it there. Put it on the roof. And then just reinstall this building. Signal tower down there. Have a pair of these buildings close by to each other. That one doesn't look that good. And basically, let's get rid of some of these tracks for the Italian ones. Let's use the 100-mile-an-hour type. Oh wait, this one doesn't come with bumpers. Alright. The Napoli station is finished. But I want to make sure that the road is connected to the station so passengers can easily catch their trains. We'll connect a road there. Connect this one here. Let's see. We'll place one There's going to be a 2-track platform station here. Because it's going to be for the local and for the express trains. And at the same time, it needs coffee and, well, clothing, but there's a small meat packing plant not too far from here. Well, it's a butchery, but it requires fish and cattle, well, fish or cattle to produce food. So let's get rid of this road, make it a little more smoother. Place one here. And do the same for this as well. Replacing these tracks with the Italian track. Alright. Now let's get started on laying this track down. It seems it only wants to go down. Well, I could just keep it as this for now. Then we'll just start curving into the hillside. Without the need of a bridge, thank you. So the maximum speed for this track is 62 miles an hour. But that's fine. We're not running high-speed trains or anything. So the track will be okay for now. We'll add a tunnel at both ends of this little area, and then sweep around this corner. We'll leave the track flat outside of Napa, and start raising it up as soon as the trains are heading out. Ooh. I better change that to a flat piece for now. And then raise it back up. Alright, we got our first set of tracks finished. Now we need to work on this section. We'll place down a double station, a two-track station here. I'm also adding this as well, just in case if I would run an express train on this line. Add a slip switch. And then, basically, add a straight piece as well. But to make sure that trains are able to use these platforms properly, let's see. Ooh, that does not look good. Is this affecting the other switches? Crumbs, it is. Well, dang. I can't basically use this type of track for the switches. Guess I'll have to use the other track instead. Oh well. It doesn't look too bad. I just gotta basically use the normal track for the switches. But I can keep the original Italian track all the same for everything else. Double slip switch that. Change that. Add that. Turn it into a tunnel. And replace this track as well. There we go. What we'll only just need to do is just add a 2-track terminal station up here. We'll also need a siding to unload the loads of coffee as well as the loads of food. Alright. And yet again, replace this track with the default track, as somehow this mod doesn't want to basically use the track, doesn't want to make switches based on this track. I don't know why. However, I can easily replace the tracks here at the station with the Italian track. Platform 01, cargo platform. Let's place these tracks down. See. And then simply replace the switch. Let's see about that. But I can keep the straight track as it is. All I just need to do is just replace the switch track. Alright. Okay. So we got 4 towns down, but we still have a long way to go to get the Italian railways up and running. Alright. And basically place down another station. But we're going to place down a 3-track station now on the route to the other end of the map. Though we'll have to basically modify the terrain around here for the station platform. And seriously, the ground is too short for just one small station, such as this. We'll replace the track here at the station. Then add the track with the Italian Railways pack. Oh, the main platforms and the one for the passing track. And then we'll just reconnect these, and I think that will basically do it for this episode. I know it wasn't very productive in terms of getting equipment up and running, but considering that these railways do take time to construct and I need the money later on, it's best to start off something small. Alright. That road crossing doesn't look that good. And of course, just to make sure, we'll change this to a slip switch, and we'll basically end it here. So, if you enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my outside schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!